Well, we're mighty excited. 2 years in a row on the biggest home stage we have here at Murray State. We pulled one out there from the clutches of defeat, jaws of defeat. I was real proud of our guys. This was a game that, of course, we needed to win, but somewhere along the way you got to win a game like this, where you're down late in the ball game, things aren't going your way, you got no momentum. And then you just start making some plays. And I was real proud of our team. Any great team I've ever coached, we've always had a come-from-behind victory that kind of was a statement game for us. Now, I'm not saying this was a statement game by any stretch of the imagination, but for the first time since I've been here, we made the plays down the stretch in crucial situations. And I was real proud of our guys. They never quit. They kept believing. And, the only disheartening thing is we came out very flat. We had a good week of practice, but we were flat all week. And I don't know, maybe we were tired, we're beat up. I don't know. But the second half, we came out with a lot more intensity. I thought defensively, we changed our scheme up just a little bit this week to kind of cover up for some deficiencies that we had due to injury. And, I had to, at halftime, told Coach Andrews, we gave up 20 points, but we played good. I mean, we gave up a big play. We had double coverage. I mean, you couldn't play it any better. We put Brady in a bad situation on that one, and that's coaching. We shouldn't have put him out there in that situation. Had a big play there, and then at the end of the half, we were in two-man, as good a coverage as you can be in, and then they beat us in double coverage. So I was real proud of our defense. Second half, we got a big turnover late in the game, Kevin Robinson, and then our offense made some big plays down the stretch, and it was a good win. Because we talk about, Dusty, you always ask, what about homecoming? Homecoming here is very special, more so than some other places I've been, and I'll probably put more pressure on myself this week than any other time during the course of the season. So I was real fired up that we won. Our guys were pumped, and it was just a very good victory for us over an EIU team that I said all week, y'all don't ever believe me, that was better than their record. And I still think that. I mean, they play everybody tough. They've had some bad breaks. And tonight you could see why I was so concerned, because they have a solid football team, and we just made more plays at the end than they did, and good thing it happened to us tonight. I was real proud of our guys. Any questions?
It seemed like, especially fourth quarter, down 10, your guys seemed to really turn it on. A lot more catches, just fighting for yards. Devontae Trotter had a 19-yard pass and just fought for extra yards. You see your kids just kind of steadily, as the game went on, just start fighting a little bit more?
Yeah, if you watch us close enough, at certain points of the game, it's kind of like we just get mad, and then we just start rolling offensively. And I wish I could had some magic potion to do that all the time. But they came out, played us a little different than we anticipated. They played 7 in the box and played a lot man press early, and that's something we were not expecting. Of course, we have a good plan for that kind of thing, and we take the opening kickoff, we go down the field, and then after that, we'll just we were dropping passes. Casey missed a couple scrambles. He's great. He's an unbelievable scrambler. Just over the outreached arms of some guys on some big plays. And we just couldn't ever get in rhythm. And, with our offense, the big thing is get a few first downs, get to rolling, and we just couldn't ever do that. We were very poor on third down tonight, especially early in the game, something that we must get better at. But there in the fourth quarter, with the game on the line, those last two drives were pretty special, and some guys really stepped up, which was good to see, because, that's something that the previous Murray State teams may not have done, made those plays in those situations, and so I was really proud of them.
Mike Harris had a nice coming out party. Did he do a good enough job to get out of your doghouse a little bit?
Well, we'll see. He played well tonight, and he made some big runs, and Tyler ran the ball good there early, and Brady was a guy that he was injured early in the week. I didn't mention him because I just thought that we thought he would be ready to go full speed, and in pregame warmups he just couldn't run, and he looked worse. So he was very limited. So we had to lean on Mike a good bit. He made some good tough runs. Still, we got to work with him. Trying to do too much on some plays where we didn't get some positive yards, missed the holes or whatnot. But, of course, he was a big factor tonight, and, we're glad that he played as well as he did.
How important is the week off?
Well, it's really big, especially after a win. We're sitting at 4-3, and that's really, I guess, 2 games better than we were last year after this one, or maybe 3 games. I don't know. Maybe we took 2 and 4. It don't matter. We're better than we were last year, so that's all that matters. But it's big. We should get a lot of those guys back. I expect having the week off. Ricky Mitchell, Arthur Brackett, Quay Huzzy, EIU, Dwayne. On those guys, Darian Skinner, then that's big, and we need to throw a plug in for old Doc, Julian Whitehead. He's been playing safety all season, and number 8, we moved him to corner, and we just said, hey man, be patient out there, let them catch it underneath you, and don't give up the big play. And he made a couple big plays on some hitch and goes there, and really did a great job playing a position that he hadn't played for us this season. So getting Skinner back will be big, because they look out there wherever 24's at, they go the other way. So that'll be big getting him back.
It's kind of crazy when you start talking about the guys that are banged up that you hope to get back, and then you're still winning football games. Yeah,
well, that's the reason you have backups, and those guys practice hard, and we talk about it all the time. You got to be ready when your number's called. And one thing that hurts us is we don't have a whole lot of depth. So we've had some guys that have been very unselfish. A guy like Dexter Barnett. Last week he played nothing but defense. This week we put him predominantly on offense. Brady goes down. He plays the whole game plays the whole game out there and never complains. So we got some guys stepping up. Jeff Richards, the freshman from Elizabethtown, 95. Who's a great punt blocker for us. He played a lot of snaps in place of EIU today. That he played more today than he normally plays. So it is good to see guys step up. And those are things that you have to do in order to have a good football program. And maybe today, I think we took another step in the right direction. And again, I did not read the article, but everybody said you wrote a very nice article, and I do appreciate that. And I'll take you out to lunch one day after the season's over with. I won't treat you like Steve Spurrier treated that one guy.
Coach, I want to talk about the roughing the passer call early in the first quarter. I saw you on the sideline a little fired up about that. Do you think that maybe took the edge out of your defense, maybe playing a little softer?
Well, it was a big play in the game. It didn't look like it from where I was at, and I voiced my displeasure. And plus, a little bit at the time, we were not very fired up on the sideline, and the crowd was a little subdued. So, if I was a basketball coach, I'd have probably got a technical there, try to get everybody fired up. Or if I was a baseball coach, they may have had to toss me on that one, but it is what it is. And then they came back and made a big play. But I thought Darryl made a clean hit. I don't think there was any targeting involved, but referee's got to make the call, and you can voice your displeasure. But I say most of the time I know when to stop, and the call was made. The bad thing about arguing with the officials, you're not going to change their call, but it sure does make you feel better over there on the sideline.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Did Casey win homecoming game? He did? Okay.
Yeah. Something else, Coach, I noticed. First half, you guys only got to run 30 plays, catch attack runs, 80 plus. What did you see different in the second half that allowed you guys to really get the ball rolling? Did they change up their defense at all?
No, we couldn't ever get into tempo, and we never could play fast like I like to play. And part of that has been our scheme the past couple weeks. We were without Mike. We got different guys playing different positions. We're out 3 receivers: Pat, Ricky Mitchell, Arthur Brackett. You look over there, we had to move Dexter Durrani, who had a big touchdown, move him from the H position, so he had to play the Y position this week. Just moving guys around. So what's happened to us a little bit is we really had to get in a personnel game on the sideline for different formations without having to teach guys new stuff. All right, we're going to get in this formation. We need this guy in the game because if we call these set of plays, he knows what to do. If we get in this formation, we got to call these set of plays because that guy knows what to do. And that slows you down a good bit, running different guys in the game. And it's very difficult to practice like that, practice fast. So I say, our staff's done a great job of putting guys out there that need to be out there, but it has slowed us down somewhat, and hopefully get some guys back. We can get back to playing a little faster and playing a little more up-tempo game for us.
How much better do you think you guys are going to be? I mean, you have a lot of backups right now playing. I mean, when the starters come back, I mean, you're a lot deeper than you were. I mean, how much better are you guys going to be?
Well, one thing now, when those guys come back, those guys that are hurt and injured, they start out at the bottom of the depth chart. I mean, that's kind of our deal. We always tell our guys the quickest way to lose your position is get hurt, because that other guy may go in there and do well. So we got some good competition coming up, which is going to be nothing but healthy for our football team. Tonight's the first night that Harris Bivens started, and he played the whole game. We've been giving him a little push in the middle, so we gave him a shot. He played well at the end of the week last week against Georgia State, and that first touchdown run that Mike Harris ran, he flat-backed the guy. So there's some good battles going on now, but a lot of those backups they've been getting steadily better, and so it ought to be interesting to see. But at least we'll have some depth, when we get those old boys back.
Do you have any big plans for the bye weekend?
No, we'll tomorrow we normally practice Sunday night. We won't practice tomorrow night. We'll just lift and meet, get the game out of the way. Monday we're always off. We just do academics on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we'll practice. Probably a little lighter than we would normally practice, just to heal up some. But we'll have our game plan in by Tuesday's practice for Eastern Kentucky to get some work in there, for extra days, and then we'll give them Friday and Saturday off, and then get back on Sunday for the next ball game. So we got a lot of work. I thought we did good on some special teams, and then we still got the old curse of the PAT team out there and whatnot. But I thought our staff did a good job. At the end of the game, we scored 0.8 seconds. We're up 9. If you just take the knee there, the game's over. There's no way they can win the game. And so I thought our guys did a good job. A great week of preparation by our staff. And you talk about those players all the time, and they got to go out and do it. But I like our staff. I mean, they have really worked hard finding a way to get our best players on the field and put them in a position to make some plays.
Do you have any TV games you plan on watching Saturday?
No. Actually, you'll kind of laugh, but we still haven't sold our house back in Statesboro, and so we've been renting, and we've been kind of renting month to month. So I've been a little bit concerned. Hey, they may kick me out. They got to give me 30 days notice. So next week we'll be moving into another home where we can stay. We can get a little bit longer lease, if you will. So towards the latter part of next week, I'll be doing a few honeydew deals, but not until after practice on Thursday when the game plan's in, ready to roll. Again, thank y'all.